message to Israel. I prophesy about more than 50 years. I prophesy in German, I prophesy in Hungarian language. My English is not so good because I don't use it, but God of Israel will help me to bring a message to Israel of this English language. I have here a book. It was written by Anna Zegers. It was a German writer, and this German writer was written about the Second World War, when Hitler was killed all the people who believe in Moses and Jesus and the prophets. And this book, Anna Zegers, is written here that Hitler have power to all the Jews, and they have power all the Christians to kill. And it was written, who studied the scriptures, all things that was happened, it was written in the Holy Bible. When you read the Apocalypse is 30, it was Hitler who become power to kill all the holy men who believe in Moses and Jesus. And it was happened. Hitler become power more than 40 months. They kill all the Jews and all the Yahuwah or evangelists who believe in Moses or Jesus or the prophets. And all what is happened was by the prophets, was written in the Bible. And I have a message to Israel because I heard the King of Israel. When I was born, I heard it. I heard the voice of the King of Israel, and so I know. When I read the Bible, I know what is written. I understand it because God of Israel teach me. Nobody else teach me. The Holy God teach me, and Israel just study the scriptures, but they just study the book of Moses, the 5 book of Moses. But this is not enough. It's not enough. When you just study the 5 book of Moses, you never understand God's plan. You never understand it, because God's plan is written by all the prophets, and you must study all the prophets, the big prophets, the little prophets, and you must study the end, Jesus, and the last prophecy by Johannes. And then when you study all the scriptures, you maybe you will be understand God's plan. And when you just study the beginning, Moses, you will never understand the end. You will never understand it. And therefore maybe you don't understand me, because all what I was written in this book, it was written by the Holy Bible too. I was written this book in 2 languages, in Hungary and Germany, and the last chapter I was written a parable. It was built a temple in Germany, in Dresden, and this temple was open to all the nation, and it was happen in the Second World War that this temple will alive, and then the fire was eaten, and in Dresden was this temple built again, and all the nation was built together this temple, and this temple was open for all the nation. And it was a parable that I will teach Israel. Read it, the Torah of Ezekiel, and read Josiah the prophet, the big prophet Josiah. Read it, that and the end of the time when God of Israel come back to the Zion, his temple was open of all the nation, and because God of Israel have created all the nation, and who believe in the God of Israel can go back to Jerusalem in his temple, and his temple will open to all the nation, not just the Jews. And all what I was written here was written by the prophets, and maybe Israel will not understand me because they study the scriptures, but they don't study the prophets. They study the Talmud, maybe the Talmud, and the five book of Moses. But I tell you the truth, Israel, I tell you the truth. The Talmud was written by the rabbis, and the rabbis will never hear my voice. And so when they never hear my voice, they don't know what is will happen in the future. Just the prophets who hear my voice will tell you what is happening in the future. And so the Talmud is not sent by God and not sent by the prophets. It was written by the rabbis. But the prophets, Eliah and Jeremiah and Zachariah and Haggai, Misha, and the little prophets too, and the Jesus and the four evangelium, it was written by the Holy Spirit, and the Holy Spirit is God's words, and God's words will happen, and all of what it was written by the prophets is happened too. And maybe you hate me, Israel, you hate, yes, you hate me because I spoke about the truth, and the truth is God, and what I spoke to you is true, and you don't understand it because you hate your own God, and you hate the Islamists, you hate it because you hate all the nation. They are not Jews, but this is not a good way what you do. Read the Holy Koran. Muhammad was a great prophet, and Muhammad spoke about Moses. Muhammad spoke about Abraham, Noah, and Muhammad spoke about all the prophets who was sent by God. And I will now read it, the Koran, the Most High. It's the last shore, the Most High. In the name of God, the Merciful, praise the name of your Lord, the Most High, who has created all. We shall guide you to smoothest path, therefore give warning, if warning will avail. He that fears God will heed it, but the wicked sinners will flood it. He shall burn in the gigantic fire, where he shall neither die nor alive. All this is written in earlier scriptures, the scriptures of Abraham and Moses. Muhammad was a prophet too, and all what he was prophetic, it was written by Moses and Abraham, and the earliest scriptures too. All the prophets were sent by God, who created all us. And it was written, Israel, never kill. When you kill, you can come back to Jerusalem, you can. And maybe you hate me, but I tell you more than 10 years the truth. And I tell you, Babylon the big bitch. Babylon the big bitch is America and the Union who kill the people because the big bitch they kill, and therefore they are drunken of the blood of the holy mans, and they was pay the big bitch, they pay all the kings in the world, they pay, and this is true. The big bitch don't do my law, they don't do my law, they hate the men who believe in Jesus and Moses, and they kill the big pitch, kill these men who belong to me. And now see Israel, I'm here alone in the wood, I'm here alone, and I a prophecy about Moses and Jesus and the prophets, and you kill me therefore. So who hate me and kill me belong to this big beach system of Babylon. And I tell you the truth, and the end of the time, God sent to Babylon hurricanes, and this is the last chapter of Apocalypse. And but all what was see Johannes the prophet, the last prophet Johannes, was written by the prophets before, in the little prophets, maybe Haggai or Amos. They see this what was Johannes see, and then or Jeremiah point 50. The big Babylon was America, who rule in the world, and they pay all the kingdoms. And then was God sent to this Babylon the hurricanes, and then was raining red and blood rain, and all the fish in the ocean will die. And then when you see that Israel, and there was happen, you must go to Jerusalem back home. You must go home, because it was the last chapter in the Bible. And I tell you the truth, when you just believe in Moses will not a prophet who see the future. Moses was the beginning. When you just believe in the beginning, you will not understand the ending, and you must study the scriptures, all the prophets, and then when you study the scriptures, and when you study all the prophets who was written in the Holy Bible, maybe you understand God's plan, and America and the Union is the big beach, Babylon, and you must go home from there. You must go home, and in Jerusalem you will see the God's face. They come back of the mountain of Shion. It was written, and I see this day. And I tell you the truth, Israel, when you hate me and when you not believe in me, you will die forever. All the nations in the world who just see me and never believe in me and never help me will die, and they will burn on this gigantic fire in the hell. It was written, because I tell you the words of God, and it's not my words, it's the words that I heard, and these words are true. And when you hate me and not believe in me, you will never resurrection on the last day. Think about it, Israel. I prophesied that more than 50 years, and you not understand. I don't know why. Maybe you're blind, I don't know. The pigeons are blind because they are the pigeons. But Israel must understand the law and the prophecy, because Israel must study the scriptures. But it was written, Jerusalem, Jerusalem, you kill always the prophets who sent by God. Jerusalem, Jerusalem, Why you kill my prophets always? You kill all these baby, you will burn in the fire, I don't know why, but who kill one of the prophets who I was sent to you, will not alive. And look in the past, you kill Zachariah, you stoned Jeremiah, you stoned Eliah, and you stoned all the prophets, and you killed the Messiah who was sent by God. And all the prophets you stoned and killed them. And this is not God's will. This is the evil's work, what you do, Israel. Think about it, because the God of Israel is greater than you. I tell you the truth, because God created the world Israel and not you. It's true, you stone the prophets, but and they die maybe, but you can't stone to death the God of Israel, because God will never die. And the last day you will see a big judgment, the big judgment what you will do with the prophets and with your own God. And this judgment will be come back and will be happened. And when you not think about it, and when you hate me, you hate your own God, and therefore you will never resurrection, and you think about it. And Benjamin Netanyahu, maybe you are an Israelite, maybe, but I tell you the truth, a real Israelite, Benjamin Netanyahu, believe in me, and not stone me, and not do these things what you do. You just watching me, but you don't understand me. A real Israelite will help me and understand my words and do my words, do my commands, because my commands are from God, and this is true. And think about it. And all the kings, I not come in the world to fuck with the kings. I come in the world to judge the kings, because I prophesy about the king of the king, and all the false kings who don't will, how I can tell, the false kings will die. And it was written by all the prophets. And the last time Israel come together to Jerusalem, and one king will rule the world, one king of David, and they will come back with all the prophets. And this one king of David is the Messiah, and all the false kings who don't believe in it will die. And it was written Benjamin Netanyahu by all the prophets, not just by Jesus. It was written by Jeremiah, by David. The king of David was prophesied by this prophecy, and Ezekiel, and Josiah, Isaiah. All the prophets were prophesied. That what I was telling you. So think about it. And Babylon, you tell that you tell me always, I see you, Rothschild, I see you. You tell me that I'm a big bitch, not you. I tell you the truth. God of Israel have a judgment, and this judgment will judge you on the last day, and you will die. You will see it. Thank you.